Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joe Cross, also known as the King of Controversy, coined myself as the King of Network Marketing, here to disrupt the multi-level marketing industry. And if any of you guys have ever watched any of my videos, you already know that I do things completely opposite of what the network marketing and MLM industry does. So if you guys are watching this live, give me some hands. If you guys are watching the replay, why would you watch? Why didn't you get on here live? You shouldn't have watched the replay. What's up, Joanne, Julie, Debbie, Christine? What I'm going to do is teach you 3 things that are going to disrupt your network marketing business. And these are 3 things that your upline doesn't want you to know. So, and I'm also putting together a group called Disrupt Network Marketing. I bought the domain disruptthemlmindustry.com. So I've made a decision. We are going to bring the truth to this industry because unfortunately it gets such a bad rep and everybody calls it a pyramid scheme. And that's because everybody's doing it the same way they did it in the 50s and the 60s. So let's go right into it. All right, let's talk right into it. Get your notebooks. Make sure you guys are ready to learn. Ask questions, give me comments, show me love. I don't want to be sitting here talking to myself. All right, so let's go to the first one. First, disruption. Disruption number 1. One-to-many selling versus one-on-one. All right, so I got a lot of things to talk about this situation right here. See, you cannot build an empire, right? And I don't care who tells you. Look at the top people in your organization. Look at the top people in network marketing. They didn't come in this business and start hitting up Paneras and coffee shops doing one-on-one sales. No, when they came into the industry, they came with a crew. So I'll give you guys an example. So the last company that I was with, I literally brought a crew of 12 people to the open meeting to meet the owner of the company, and then we all as a group made a decision that we should do this company, and then we all got in. But anybody watching this video, tell me if you guys are guilty of this, where you get in, and then you're running around looking for people. And then a lot of the times what you're doing is you guys are doing a lot of one-on-one selling. Well, unfortunately, you guys, the top producers don't do one-on-one. The top people in the organization, people making millions of dollars in MLM, don't do one-on-one. They don't have the time because they know what they don't tell you is that it's all about leveraging your time. And I would rather do a presentation, because think of it this way. Would I rather talk to 10 people separately, which would cost me about 1 hour to 2 hours each meeting, right? And talk to each one of these people individually? Or would I rather do one speech in front of 15, 20, 100 people at one time? So then, because the message doesn't change, right? Your presentation isn't going to change. It's going to stay the same. So there's no difference if I do one speech in front of 100 people, right? Versus doing a speech one-on-one. And there's no way you can recruit 60 people in 60 days like I did, or build downlines of teams of thousands. At one time I had a team of 1,000, and Nick Famaghetti, what's up, Joanne? What's up, Jody? What's up, Christine? Nick Famaghetti was one of the guys that was part of my team when we built a fire safety company. And we had thousands of reps. And when we would do recruiting, we would do a group presentation. There would be a minimum of 5-6 people. I wouldn't even do a home meeting for my team unless they had at least 10 brand new people there. But even when we would do the ongoing recruiting, we would always have a group of 5 to 6 people in a room. We'd give them a 10-minute presentation, and then we would interview them and decide if we want to put them on the team. See, what most uplines are telling you is that go to talk to this guy, go talk to that guy. Because at the end of the day, if you talk to one person a week or one person every day, it doesn't waste their time and energy. It doesn't cost them anything, right? So here's what I know. If you want to build an empire in network marketing, you have to come making noise from the beginning. That means you got to disrupt by basically talking to a group of people, right? And here's how you got to learn how to do that. So when I went to my last MLM company I was with, and I brought 12 people to the room, that's how you do it. See, most of us, what we do is we get in the thing, right? What's up, Anastasia? And we get into the MLM, and then we start running around looking for the people versus already having the people in before I did it. But even though I built network marketing cold, I didn't go to my family and friends. We already know the conversation about that. I didn't go to people I know because they don't want to do business with me, right? So what I did was I literally basically did mass marketing, mass presenting, getting tons of people. Like, I'll give you guys an example. I did a campaign one time where I marketed to everybody, said, hey, I'm creating this team Transformers. You get to work directly with the owner. I'm directly in his downline. So all you have to do is text to this number. And I had 98 people opt in to get on a presentation call. That means we did the presentation one time for 30 to 45 minutes talking to everybody on this call, and 90 people got on it, right? That's the way you build MLMs. So anybody that tells you anything different, that's because they don't care if you got to waste 1 or 2 hour meetings and you do 5 this week and you only recruit 1, because whose time did you waste? Theirs or yours? Obviously. So you guys got to get good at one-to-many selling. You got to get good at filling rooms. You got to get good at filling funnels. You got to get good at filling webinars. You got to get good at getting people and getting a bunch of people to see you, not just one. Because if you do the one-on-one thing, that's like owning a restaurant and only having like 1 or 2 of your friends coming in. No, if you were to own a restaurant right now, you want traffic. If you were to have a mall, you want traffic. If you were to have a store, you want traffic. If you ever notice, anytime a McDonald's built, there's a Burger King built right across the street. Well, some of you guys might have never seen this. There's like this little bumper in the street. Sometimes we bump over it. We didn't know what that was. That's because they're monitoring the traffic. So they put McDonald's where there's going to be a lot of driving traffic to people that are going to drive by it. And what does Burger King do? They just literally just go across the street and build one right across the street. So in network marketing, why would that be any different? We want traffic. We want people looking at your social profiles. We want people getting on your live videos. We want to get people into funnels. We want to fill rooms and present one time in front of 30 people. We want to be able to get a webinar going and get 30, 50, 60 people on it, right? But they don't teach that in network marketing. They tell you, hey, go talk to somebody. And here's a famous quote. How many of you guys have heard this? Raise your hand if you heard this. Some will, some won't, so what? I'll repeat. Some will, some won't, so what? How many of you guys have heard that before? See, that statement alone tells me that you're just talking to one person. And when you say some will, some won't, that means you're talking one here, he doesn't want to do it. You talk to this lady, she didn't want to do it. Oh, God. Oh, God, such a waste of time and energy, right? And they all say the same thing. We are not the 1960s. This is not Amway. There is no some will, someone, so what? If you're talking to the person, they should already be pre-qualified. They should already kind of know what they're getting into versus trying to sneak people into meetings and trying to convince people to go to home meetings and trying to get one. And then how painful is it to do a home meeting, which is my next point, right? Let's go to number 2. Disruption number 2. Now, here's a what do they call it? A shameless plug. So I have a coaching group that I'm putting together. Some of you guys already know about it. So if you want to be part of that coaching group, you better inbox me because Spots Mo's gone. But second, and yes, Joanne, you'll burn out. Julie Jones, I hate that quote too. So here's one of the things that you guys never think about, right? So one of the things I want to get you guys' mind going is disruption number 2. Home meetings are dead. Who still does home meetings, right? Who still does these things? We didn't do them. And anytime, I remember when I was in my last company, in my uplines, like, you got to do home meetings. You got to do home meetings. Then when we did the home meetings, my commissions went from $2,000 a week. Listen to me, $2,000 a week to $300 a week when I started doing home meetings again, because that's what the advice he gave them. How many of you guys have ever had this painful experience where you host a home meeting, you tell everybody about it, all your team goes there, right? Your whole team's there waiting, twinkling your thumbs, and then 1 or 2 people show up. That goes back to point number 1, which is we got to do one-to-many, not one-on-one selling, because we'll be here forever. But it also tells me that the whole meeting is freaking dead. But they keep teaching you to do that. Why? Because again, it's not their time that's being wasted. It's not their time. They're not the one that has to go out. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do the top income earners in your company, when they joined it, did they come in with 1 here, 1 there, or did they come in with like 15, 30, 100 people at one time? That's how you build an empire. You don't build an empire with one at a time, and they'll tell you, the some will, some won't what, and you one step closer to your journey, constantly selling you hope because they want you to just keep going. Because again, at the end of the day, who's the one wasting their time? Who's the one spending a Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, 7:30, telling your kids to go to the room so you can, give out samples to everybody and show them the products, and then at the end, give them your pitch and hoping at the end they'll be like, yes, I want to join it. Unfortunately, that's 1960s Amway network marketing, right? I never did home meetings. I didn't pass out samples. I didn't go to the hotel meetings. I didn't do one-on-one. The only time I ever did one-on-one is if the person had influence or if the person already had a following or already had a massive amount of people that followed them. Then that would make sense to have a one-on-one because I get them in and they're bringing freaking 100 people with me. So that makes sense, right? And I used to see these guys go into these companies and get these big paychecks from bouncing from company to company because that's what they do, right? So at the end of the day, home meetings are dead because it's so hard to get people out of the house. You can get people to go to your home if you're having a party. Oh, you'll get your whole family and friends over there and you got food and drinks. They'll be there in a second. But if you try to get them to go across the street to learn about developing themselves, building a business, making more money, you can just forget it. 100% of the people you pick up will show up, all right? Remember that. 100% of the people you pick up will show up, which means that if you are going to stick to the home meetings and you are going to stick to the hotel meetings, well, just so you know, you're going to become a limo driver, right? Right? I don't put my pants on after 8 p.m. Yeah, well, maybe you're doing meetings with no pants. But here's what I know, disruption number 2, and this is what I want you guys to put. This is my other shameless plug. I created a Facebook group. Most of you guys are part of my group, Club 100, but I created a Facebook group called Disrupt Network Marketing. I already created it. It's been sitting there. I haven't told anybody about it. So if you want to be in that group, then I want you guys to put in the comments #disrupt. Whether this is your replay or this is a live, put in the comments #disrupt, and I'll add you after this live. All right, disruption number 3. All right, let me just tell you guys right now. Joe Cross did not buy the domain Disrupt MLM, the MLMindustry.com. Joe Cross did not create or basically create this speech and create a Facebook group called Disrupt because I've made a decision, guys. I am here to disrupt this industry because everybody says the same thing. All the top dudes say the same thing, all about telling you about building relationships and, you just got to build the relationships, guys, and then you got to, show your integrity and people will join you. If it was that simple, everybody on this call would be, or everybody in this live would be at the highest rank and you'd already be $6-figure $1 million earners, right? No. So here's disruption number 3. Sell to bank, recruit to rank. I'm going to say that again. Sell to bank, recruit to rank. Who came up with that? Joe Cross. Because in the last company I was with, they were so pushing me to sell the products. Joe, you got to sell the products. You got to get your 3 for free and you got to get the products going and da-da-da-da. And I said to them, yes, you guys, I get that. But in order for me to make the most money in the MLM comp plan, the only way for me to make more money is I got to rank up. And you can't rank up unless you recruit. And yes, you want to sell to bank because sell to bank just means you're selling products, and as you meet people, I want my products to be like the downsell. So I want to recruit you into my business and get you to join my team. And in the event you don't join my team, then I'm going to say, okay, well, at least become a customer right now, and then at least now try the products, and then we'll come talk about that later. That's a downsell for me versus what most people do. They sell the product thinking that if I just talk about the product and how amazing it is, that what's going to end up happening is people are going to say, oh, I love this product. I want to try it. Let me join your team. Let me be on your team. So when I say sell to bank, recruit to rank, that means to you guys, you should already know what qualifications you need when it comes to ranking a team and how many people you need to have in order for you to be at the highest level. You should start there first. So anything that you guys are learning from this video is one thing. I want you guys to look at your MLM business and I want you guys to take it to another level. I want you to take it to 3-time level because here's why, guys. Because I think the way that we talk about network marketing, it's so small thinking, limited thinking. If I just do a couple Facebook posts, hopefully someone will buy my product. If I just, hit up everybody I know, eventually somebody is going to want to join my team. It's like if you're not doing one-to-many selling, and if you're still doing home meetings, which are a pain in the ass to do because I've done them, and if you're basically still trying to just push the products, hoping that because they love the product so much that they're going to want to do a business, odds are they're not. I'd rather the selling be my downsell. But at the end of the day, as you guys already know, if you want to make the most money in network marketing, then you have to recruit to rank. Bottom line, most comp plans do not let you make more money until you have a team of people. So then if we know that, then why do we spend all of our energy becoming glorified salespeople? You guys could have worked for me and you could have sold fire extinguishers for me at one of my companies. You could have done that. You guys could go out and you could be selling your own crafts if you wanted to. Why do all that work? Because at the end of the day, write this down. I'd rather have 1% of 100 hands than 100% of my own effort. I would rather have 1% of 100 hands than 100% of my own efforts. I know that. So I know that I want to have a sales force. I want to have a crew of people to do it with me. I want to do this business full time. I can't do it full time if it's just me working at 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Snoop Doggy, I'm just playing. So it just don't make any sense to me. So when I come into MLM and I join network marketing, I launch network marketing. I launch it, meaning that as soon as I get in, I already have a list of about 10 people that I'm going to hit up, and I'm going to already have a downline coming into the business. Versus what most of us do, we join because it was a great idea, we were sold on it, and then we're like running around trying to find people, all right? So let's refresh, and if you guys want to be added to my Facebook group, #disrupt, but I want you guys to remember this, okay? Disruption number 1 was sell to many, stop doing the one-on-one. So for most of the people that are my private coaching clients, we are currently creating funnels for them, marketing funnels, creating a brand, creating a name, creating a movement. So now everybody's attracted to that movement. And then we have hundreds of people following that movement. And then we talk about the business, right? Exactly, Julie. No BS here. So the first one is one-to-many selling is what you have to learn, not one-on-one. That will take you forever. It will take you forever. Number 2 is the home meetings are dead, as well as the 3-way calls and the pushing the samples. You guys know that. If you watched one of my videos or you've been part of my trainings, you know that. So then why do we do it, right? Why do we do the home meetings? Because we want to just get things rolling. And most of the time, the upline tells you to do a lot of these things. And that's because their upline told them to do. But I've worked with the top money makers. I was part of a Facebook group that was all the top network marketers. And half of them loved me and half of them hate me. The one that ran the group, he said, Joe, keep saying what you're saying because you're disrupting what most of them think. You're making them take even their thinking to another level. Because if you're on my team, I want you to be successful. I don't want you to get in this thing and then I never see you again. So disruption number 2 is home meetings are dead. Old school network marketing is dead. We have online now. Mark Cuban said it. If you have an internet connection, a phone, and a computer, you can become rich. If you just had an internet connection and a phone, you can become rich. And that's what MLM gives you the opportunity to do. And then disruption number 3 is sell to bank, recruit to rank. Definitely want to sell products. I'm definitely going to push it. Usually I sell my products and service to family and friends because they're not good team members. But I will tell you this. I know, as well as you guys know, the only way I can make more money, the only way I can rank up in my network marketing company is if I recruit, right? Sell to survive, recruit to retire. Learn how to sell opportunity, because if you're good at selling opportunity, you will be successful in any network marketing company that you come across. That is the reason why I'm approached by owners all the time with my wife, because they know that we do it a whole different level. We do it as straight marketers. We do it as straight online marketers. And even the guy that I worked with last time, the owner, he told me, Joe, make videos, Joe. So I was like, dude, I'm glad to hear you say that, because I thought he was going to tell me to do home meetings and do 3-way calls. Nope, he told me do videos, because they know it. Your uplines know it, that the most successful people buy or sell themselves, because it's all about you. They buy you and then they buy your company, because as long as they buy you, you guys will be successful in any network marketing company that you want to, but you have to learn how to do these things and you got to get the training. So, cheap plug, if you want to be part of my Facebook group, put #disrupt. If you guys want to be part of my coaching group that starts next week, you better inbox me. And if you guys want to be a private coaching client of mine, you better let me know, because the spots go fast. I hope you guys learn from it. Share it, like it, comment, love it. Talk to you guys later. Work your way to the top, because the bottom is too crowded. Become a 1%er.